Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. As you can see, the bike is a bit dirty. I was out for a very short spin just before the lockdown kicked in. So, today's video is about what little things, little mods I have done to the bike. So, the first thing that I did as soon as I got the bike was I installed these Puig high-tech frame sliders. They are by Puig, a company based in Spain. And these covers are a recent addition. They came with grey covers, and if I'm not wrong, there were three pairs of covers, and all three pairs have been exhausted. Exhausted meaning जब भी मैं कहीं पर पार्क करता हूँ या कुछ भी करता हूँ, लोग छेड़छाड़ करते हैं, ये क्या है, वो क्या है, खोल के देखते हैं, गिरा देते हैं, चोरी करते हैं. This is what happens with superbikes. You also can lose these covers on these big bikes. People just want to see what is there, inquisitive, or they want to vandalize. So they just open these things and throw it away, or not able to fit it back, and they just run away with it or whatever. Luckily, the oil cap is tight and cannot be removed by hand. So yeah, coming back, I installed these, and these covers were recently again put in. Second thing I got done was the windshield. This is a zero gravity sport touring windshield. This came in around 6 months back. You can see the height. It is crazy tall. Many won't like the looks of it. It does the job of wind deflection very good, but doesn't look great. But then I wanted wind deflection because when you ride for hundreds of kilometers, you don't want wind blast on your face, on your helmet. So that is what. Before this, I had a Puig Pro windscreen, and that one was about this tall. And after a couple of, I think, a year, I put in an AliExpress wind deflector on it. It did the job, but then this does a much better job than that. I still have it, and if there is anyone who wants to buy a Puig windscreen for a ZX14R, they can get in touch with me. The bike is 5 years around old. I got it in 2016, brand new from Pune, and as of date, it is done, I think, close to 30,000 kilometers. Yeah, 29,154. So I know most of the bike in and out because I've worked on it a lot. And after the windscreen, I installed I installed this. This is a very cheap part, 100 bucks, but very useful when you do long rides, especially if you do long rides. What happens is you can leave your clutch hand, but you cannot leave your accelerator hand. And always continuously holding your accelerator hand like this or like this, your fingers are still jammed. You tend to have a sore palm. So this helps in loosening up. You just hold just keep your hand here like this, and the accelerator will be pressed. And as and when you want to release the accelerator, you can release it. You can just rotate it as in how you want it. Adjust it according to your requirement. After that, I got the exhaust somewhere last year. This is the third exhaust that the bike is on. Previously, it had a Kaufman Shorty. The Kaufman Shorty is about this long, and it's crazy loud, attracts a lot of cops, and not very good for long travels. Also, I would like to tell you that the catalytic converter of the bike has been removed. This area houses the catalytic converter, and you have to literally bang the shit out of it and get it out. So this is a factory stock header, but it is as good as an aftermarket catless header, because there is no catalytic converter in it anymore, and it also retains the factory O2 sensor and all that stuff. So it won't throw up any error codes. You'll also find a couple of GoPro mounts here and there, here, and before I got this luggage system, there was a GoPro mount here. Okay, after the exhaust, yeah, as I was saying, let me get back to the exhaust. After the Kaufmans, before the Kaufmans, I had put in a M4 exhaust which rusted out, so I had to get rid of it. Then here, this is a Ram fork stem mount. This I got recently. Before that, I had an AliExpress sourced cheap mobile mount, the X-Grip mount, which you generally see nowadays. I needed it urgently, so I had to go for this. The X-Grip from AliExpress with an integrated charger and all that stuff. But then once I got back from the ride, I got a proper RAM mount, and yeah, I'll plug it in and I'll show it to you in a while. This bike also has handlebar risers. These are 1-inch bar risers. So this comes up by an inch. So this is generally here, but now if you see, this is almost an inch up. It's 1 inch. These are 1-inch bar risers, but if you actually see, I think it is little less than an inch. Coming to the biggest mod that has happened very recently, these are Givi pannier racks, and this is a Givi top box rack. Specific model numbers: this is a Givi 4106 FZ, and this is a Givi PE 4106. I might be wrong, I might have mixed up both, but they're 4106 no matter what. If you Google Givi 4106, you should get one of these. This is a Givi M7 plate, and I have a V47 top box and a 3D, not a 3D 600, but an ST609, a newer side bag system, soft side bag system, which directly locks onto it. I'll show you the mounting mechanism in a while. Also, the bike has an aftermarket tail light and a tail tidy. There is a long story to it. I was on a ride and my rear tire was, almost to the end of its life. So what happened was, one of the steel strings inside came off loose and hit my stock mudguard and my stock tail light, breaking this and this. So instead of going in for a stock mudguard and a stock tail light, I went in for an aftermarket tail tidy and a aftermarket tail light. This it has integrated brake lights and indicators. Also, the bulbs inside these are changed. They're LEDs. They are known as switchback LEDs, and here it's the same. They're all switchback LEDs. I'll just show you what switchback LEDs are. If you can see, coming stock from factory, these don't light up when you switch on the key or even when the bike is on. They are basically just indicators. Same is the case with the rears. These are all just basic indicators, but when you put in switchback LEDs, what happens is you can route them to your tail light or your head or your parking light. So when I turn my indicators on, they turn orange, and same is the case here. The red turns off and it becomes orange. The integrated tail light is again this part is orange. So that's it. And when I apply the brake, you can see that is what happens. These are not connected to the brake light in any way. Also, the bike has AliExpress mobile charger. I couldn't find anything here, and it was an emergency buy, so went in for it. It is directly plugged into the low beam of the bike. So as soon as the low beam of the bike is on, you can see this one starts up. And yeah, the low beams are again LEDs. The high beams are HIDs. I don't know if the camera is capturing it, but yes. So they are fast ignite by FA retrofit, and they do the job of lighting up the road very very well. Let me switch off because battery will drain. Coming to the battery drain, the bike has a battery tender port. This is by Optimate, and yeah, whenever the bike is in storage, it's plugged on to the trickle charger. Surprisingly, uh, as far as I know, the stock batteries don't last for more than 3 years. But mine, maybe because of the usage pattern, is still good to go. The bike is running on stock UASA batteries, and Yeah, pretty much it. Okay, by the way, I want to tell you a huge misconception. Many people advertise their bikes with accessories. They say the bike has spools, the bike has frame sliders, etc. Guys, let me tell you one thing. Frame sliders and spools are not accessories, they are must haves. Because if you crash your bike, you're going to get screwed. An exhaust is an accessory, a windscreen is an accessory. These are accessories, these are modifications that you want to do to enhance your bike. To no, I did this because I want to carry more load. I did this because I want the bike to be loud. There is no specific purpose of doing this, it is a must have. The windscreen, you people might argue that it is an accessory, it is not an accessory and all, but it is an accessory, it is not a must have. You can live with wind blast, but you cannot live without this. You cannot live without your spools. Let me show you the top box, the side bags, and also the ram mount in a bit. So this is the V47 top box, and it comes with a single key. I mean, you get multiple keys, but there is only one key to mount it and dismount it and open it. So yeah, that is done. It's mounted. This is how it opens. I'll be taking you through a detailed walkthrough of it. So these are the ST609 side boxes. Done. Done. Coming to the top box, this is the single key that comes with it. You press this and it opens the top. As you can see, this is the capacity. It can accommodate two full-faced helmets. It's a 47-liter top box, and you press this and it's a release. Can we remove? And these are 25 liters of side bags on both sides. This is a clever thought by Givi, so things don't fall when you open it. This just doesn't come down and things don't fall. Also, this is expandable and very minutely, but it does a very good job of these are again hooks so that the zipper doesn't have any kind of pressure on it. Thoughtful of GV to implement such small things in their design, and maybe that is why they are market leaders. Let me just mount the top box. That's done. So the top box also comes with a backrest. I mean, this is a separate part which has been installed, but yes, the backrest to help. I mean, for the pillion to be comfortable, and on such a bike, it is very much necessary. So this is the RAM mobile mount, and this is how I prefer it to be. But you can position it however you want it. So quite a few people prefer it like this. They have it in this way. I like it like this, so this is how it is. And this is a RAM X grip XL size. That's how the phone goes on. So that's it for now, guys. I'll keep making informative videos and videos of stuff that can be useful for everyone. But until the pandemic situation normalizes and until restrictions are lifted, we can't go on rides. And no matter how desperate you are to go out and have fun, stay put, stay safe, wear a mask, sanitize your hands. See you soon. Bye bye.